What's up, everyone? I'm Em.
I'm Nick.
And welcome into the Ominous Archives.
So, we're 15.
Yes.
I mean, you got the Phillies are starting.
Yeah.
Your Phillies have started. So you went on
Phillies have started.
vacation to Clearwater. And then
Regular
came back.
season
Well,
has started.
being a week behind. So
Yeah.
every time we talk about something that happened to date,
Yeah.
we're always a week behind. So when you hear this, the Phillies are already 5-1.
Yeah. Hopefully.
They are 5-1.
Oh, yeah. Now
Duh.
they are 5. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. And they played in their powder blues, which I just bought
did.
a
Look at my
Bryson
nails.
Stott powder blue jersey.
And my nails are powder blue, and they're
Look at you.
so far undefeated in my powder blue nails. So,
There you go. They're also undefeated in games that I've watched.
yeah?
That lone loss I didn't watch.
You didn't watch it?
Nope.
Maybe
Now I have to
it's
watch
you.
162
Yeah,
baseball games.
you better get to getting.
And they didn't start scoring until I got home and watched in the bottom of 5.
Schwarber did not hit that home run until I left to get my coffee. So I was like, all right, maybe I just won't go back home.
There you go. Can't
It's
go
the
back home now,
superstition of a
right?
Philly sports fan. It's really
Yeah.
crazy.
You just figure it out.
Yeah, that's just how
Whatever
it is.
works. I wore my Nolan Smith Jr. jersey
Mm-hmm.
for the Eagles all through the playoffs.
I wore my Saquon shirt when we won the NFC Championship, and I was like, there's no shot I'm not wearing that exact same shirt on the Super Bowl.
There's no way. Frank was like,
And here we are.
Frank put a jersey on, and I was like, no.
No.
Well, I actually didn't say no.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have said anything because it's not her superstition. Like,
Right.
Other people can do what they want.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, no, I wore a jersey.
Yeah.
I wore a jersey and they won in that jersey. I stay in that jersey.
Exactly.
And then once they start doing bad, that jersey goes and gets put on a hanger, goes back into the closet, and a new one comes out.
The life
Like mid-game,
of a
whatever.
sports fan.
Mhm.
Truthfully.
Yeah. So we'll see. I only have a Jason Worth jersey for the Phillies.
Really?
So I was like, I got to update. So I got a powdered blue Stotty.
I've got a powder blue Boom. I've got my NOLA jersey.
I'm surprised you don't have
Everybody's got a Harper jersey. I feel like
Well,
everyone's
that's why I didn't get one.
I have one
Not
of
that I
those.
have anything against Harper.
Yeah.
Everybody's got
It's
one.
like the bandwagon one.
Yeah.
Like if you're not into baseball, you just get a Harper
Who do you
jersey.
get?
It's
Oh,
safe.
Harper. Yeah. What's his face? Who's your boy with the baseball cards?
Strom.
Yeah. How do
My
you not
mom
have a Strom
hates
jersey?
Strom.
Because of his hair.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
really
mom
just
would
like
think.
not a fan. I'm really trying to get her, but like she's fine with Marsh. Marsh is fine for her. I think it's because she sees Marsh's personality. I'm like, she's gotta just like, I gotta show her some videos of like Strom being a person and just like not just pitching because I think she just doesn't think he's got the. That is my best friend. I love Matt Strom.
Yeah.
He'll probably be next. I'll probably get
hashtag
him.
Matt Strom.
Yep. Hashtag my best friend Matt Strom.
You're gonna have to tag him on our
Seriously.
whatchamacallit. Yeah.
You got the shout out from me.
Yeah. Tag him on the X.
On X. I will.
Yeah.
I will indeed.
From the Ominous Archives.
From the Ominous Archives.
Yeah.
And he'll get to hear us.
And tag yourself.
Oh, right.
So this way, when he sees it, he goes, oh,
Right. That's my
my
friend.
friend.
That's my friend.
oh crap, she's a podcast. Maybe I'll listen.
And
Which-
you should.
Which, by the way, listeners, I don't know how you guys did it. I'm sure a lot of podcasts say that when they move to like new mics. But
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference.
For sure. And I'm happy to bring you a fun episode this week, I think. I think it's a fun and exciting
I am
episode.
set because I'm not going to be able to do a lot of talking.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm riding the struggle bus. I've had a sore throat all week, and I am starting to lose my voice.
Well, lucky for you.
So
You just got to give me a little
lucky.
commentation, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
lucky for me, it's an M-clusive.
It's an M-clusive, and it's an M-clusive to a place that I've actually been to.
This is another one
This
that
is
you've
fun.
actually been to.
This is fun.
So we've had the Colt House that you've been to.
Yep. Devil's Road.
and- Yeah.
And this is Sleighton Farm School.
Sleighton Farm School.
You ever heard of it?
No. I've not
Really?
heard of Sleighton. I've heard of Sleighton,
Yeah.
but I haven't heard of the farm school.
Well,
I put my phone on vibrate before it starts going off.
because, you know, he's so popular.
I'm not popular until I'm doing something.
Right.
I have no friends.
Your phone does
until
not ring until
I
you're
do
doing something.
and then I have so many friends I
Yep.
don't even know about.
So this week, I'm going to be diving into Sleighton Farm School, which is a completely abandoned school in Delaware County.
Hometown.
Hometown.
I guess it was home county, not hometown.
Whatever. The property of Sleighton School dates back to very, very early times, and the first landowner, the man who received a grant from William Penn himself, was named Henry Sleighton, who the school was obviously named after. The original farmhouse on the school side is said to date back to the early 1800s, along with most of the original building. The school itself actually started out as the House of Refuge in Philadelphia in 1826, which eventually broke off into a boys-girls development. Both groups from there then moved to Glen Mills, which is a rural town in Delaware County, PA. You are familiar with Glen Mills, I presume.
I am familiar.
I would hope you've lived here your whole life.
Yeah,
Not too far from where we are. So the boys' school was founded in 1889 and was known as the Glen Mills School Boys Department. And the girls' school was founded in 1911 and was known as the Glen Mills Schoolgirls Department. In 1931, the girls' school separated from Glen Mills and became known as what we now know as Sleighton. Most of Sleighton was...
Wait, is Sleighton not a town? Was I just wrong about that?
No, it's not a town. It's named after a man.
Wait, that's really bad. I'm actually currently looking this up.
I mean, it might be. Is it like a town near us?
If I learned how to spell. Shillington. That's not right.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a place. I knew it was called that.
Yeah, so way to go me.
Nick was wrong.
Because I bet you it's going to be like Glen Mills. Yeah. Look at me go.
Look at him go. Anyway, most of Sleighton was already built in 1908. During this time period, the cottages were built, along with the schoolhouse, an administrative building, stone barns, and a powerhouse. Many of the rest of the buildings were built years later, including the Falconer Education Center, the farm office, the chapel, and a gym was built sometime later. Sleighton was originally a farm school for only girls, but in the late 60s its status as a farm school was removed, and in 1975 Sleighton was converted to a co-ed facility and eventually had more male students than female.
Didn't it start out as a male school?
No, it was a girls' school.
So, what?
Were you listening?
I was listening.
Are you sure? Originally, it was like a boys' school, a girls' school, and then they combined. And then the girls split off into Sleighton, and then Sleighton became co-ed. So Sleighton was originally a girls' school by itself, and then the boys came back and joined.
Okay.
You following?
I'm following you. I was like, wait, I thought it was...
I did just throw a lot of information at you all at once, too, just to start off. I just kind of want to get through the information of the school to get to, like, the fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought you said it was, like, a reform thing, so I was like, oh, okay.
Well, it was a refuge. Yeah, Sleighton was originally a farm school for only girls, but in the late 60s, its status as a farm school was removed, and then it was converted to a co-ed facility.
Okay, all right.
And eventually it had more male students than females. Mm-hmm. You're making me trip. I was like, did I mess up here? What did I do?
I thought it was more, like, it started out girls.
Yeah, you were right. It was a girls' school.
But then I was confused because, like, wait, did it start, like,
yeah, I did talk about, like, two different things.
Yeah, I got there.
In the late 90s, Sleighton had major financial issues. It's Elwyn stepped in to create what's known as Sleighton Incorporated. I have no idea what or who Elwyn is. I tried to find more information. I have no idea.
Is it
It could be just like a corporation, a company. I don't really know.
Could be a town.
A town, yeah. Well, they stepped in and created Sleighton Incorporation. Did not last very long. The school eventually closed down in 2001 due to financial difficulties, and it was left exactly how it was as an operating school. They didn't
just
take
up and
anything.
gone.
They just left. And when I say, like, left everything, I mean, like, there's paper. Like, the amount of stuff that is in that school, still probably to this day, with just crazy amounts, just like school papers, just books and stuff that are just abandoned. It's crazy.
I can't believe they just, like, up and left, especially if they knew they were in financial trouble. So It's like, let's close up shop.
It's literally like a ghost town. It's crazy.
Ghost town. Isn't that what we cover? We do things like that.
We do these things. Since then, since it's closing, many wealthy people in Delaware County have considered buying the property. But anyone who's gone to look at the property said that they couldn't possibly imagine building on a property with such ominous energy. And it's weird. A big lot of property, let me tell you. Like, this school owned, like, major land. Mm-hmm. Now, I myself, like I said, I've been to and explored this place. Granted, it was in the daytime, but I can 100% confirm the weird and just the overall off-putting energy and vibe.
But it's weird because nothing happened there.
You don't know that yet.
What do you mean I don't know that?
You don't know that. How do you know? You don't know that. You're right, but you don't know that yet.
Because if something like happened there, we would have heard about it. We live in the county.
You're right.
So like it's not like it was like, oh, there's a massacre at Sleighton.
Yeah. This is true.
I didn't hear of it until just now.
Right. So you could be wrong, but
I mean,
you're not
I
wrong.
could be, but
you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. It sucks being right a lot.
Many people who have gone and explored Sleighton says that one of the most odd things about this place is the weird amount of dead animals just lying around. And I'm not talking about like your usual common like dead bird or two. People have claimed to see full flocks of birds just fall out of the sky and die right in front of them.
That's weird. A full flock.
Full flock of birds. Could you imagine?
That's like, I mean, I'll give you like, I mean, even to me, 5 birds would be like weird. But a full flock, when you say full flock, I'm like, that's a lot of birds.
Yeah. People have also said to see squirrels running and then just drop dead out of nowhere. No explanation. I did not see any of this. Granted, many people have said it's just a weird thing that many people have said to see. I read a story of a dad and a son who went to Sleighton in 2018, and while they didn't necessarily experience anything while being at the school, when they got home, the son took off his shirt to get into the shower, and his entire back was covered in scratches. And they both say that there's no possible explanation other than something paranormal doing that to him. However, not feeling anything in the moment is a little suspicious, is a little weird, but they swear that there's no other explanation for it other than that.
That's totally like, so you get scratches, demonic, ooh.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, if it's been abandoned, somebody somewhere has probably played with the Ouija board.
For sure.
And there's just a Ouija board with an open portal.
In that place, I would not be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Although...
somebody was not responsible and didn't close it.
Although, like Nick said for us earlier, there was never any major incidents that happened at the school while it was in operation. There have been rumors of the girls being mistreated by the school staff, which is not right, but that's not been confirmed. Just been rumors of that. Visitors of the school have also reported seeing this kind of humanoid black mass that follows them and moves very quickly.
Back to the demonic door.
Yeah, that's weird.
Somebody
I don't
was
like
not
that.
responsible and didn't Ouija board right, and now there's a wide open door.
And there's
You got
demons
black
running
masses
around.
coming out and following people and
Yeah, I'm not running with it.
running with what?
That like
With the Ouija board?
With the Ouija board, I do not mess with Ouija.
Have you ever? You've never played with a Ouija board?
I played with your Ouija board, the
Oh,
one
I
that
had
you
one of them.
left in my mom's basement.
Oh yeah, talk about irresponsible too.
Yeah, I was
God
probably
knows what I
like,
did with that thing.
God, how old was I? Probably 13, and I'm like, what the heck is this thing? I'm like, yeah, let me play with a Ouija board.
Way to go!
No, you way to go. You left it there.
I forgot I even had one. I probably didn't want to bring it with me.
I don't blame you, but you left it for your little cousin to find.
How did I know you were gonna find it? I mean,
Somebody
that's
was gonna
always
find
what
it.
Happens though, isn't it?
Yes,
That wasn't-
essentially, yeah. I feel
yeah.
like no. How did you end up with it? Did you buy it?
Yeah, I think I bought it.
Yeah.
So it's not like I found it.
I was gonna say, I feel like nobody like goes out and buys a Ouija board.
It's
As
always
he
just
did.
passed down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now mine's gonna be passed down.
I don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
God, that went through like 3 houses too, because when I moved, I took that with me.
Wow.
Now, let us discuss the chapel. I personally
Going to
think
the chapel and we're...
I personally think that the chapel is the most terrifying part of the school, and I feel as though I have the right to say that because I've been in it.
Oh, just because you've been there.
No, it's like not. It's really not the vibe.
These are like upside down crosses and
So getting into the church is an adventure in itself. To get in,
pews are on the ceiling.
you actually have to enter through the building next to the chapel. Find the right window to call through. Lucky for me, when my friends and I went, someone before us had made makeshift steps to the right window, so we didn't have to look very hard for the right window. That was very convenient. But you have to crawl through this window, and it actually takes you into the basement of the houses are connected, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like the
so
house
it's kinda
and the
like-
basement of the church are connected.
Yeah. It's like the church that Frank and I got married in was like that. There was like a little building attached to it.
Yeah.
But you'd go down steps and then go back up into the church.
Yeah. And this is an abandoned building we're talking about, so it's not fun. It's not easy. It's dark, and it's spooky, and it's scary, and there's graffiti literally everywhere you can think of, which just, and I say graffiti, but it's like demonic, like spooky, scary graffiti. Like,
what are they? What are the upside down pentagrams?
Pentagrams, yeah, yes, quite literally those, everywhere. Many people have claimed to hear voices speaking, bells randomly ringing, piano notes being played, which I can attest to. Definitely, swear on my life, we heard this phantom piano playing keys that just shouldn't have been played. Because it's like a full working church. They left everything exactly how it was. There's Bibles in the pews and everything. Like, it's wild.
How do you know somebody wasn't up there playing keys?
I mean, there was no person in front of the piano, Nick.
I mean, that you know.
Unless,
like, did you see it?
Yeah, you could see the piano.
Like, so it wasn't, like, up on a...
No. I mean, like, it's up in the front, like, towards the front, like, where, like, you know, like,
but
you would hold
like,
mass.
It's not, like, on another level. It's
no,
not like a second
you can see it.
where
There
you
is
can
a second level of the church, but it's not up there.
Okay.
Yeah, wild. Obviously, like I said, with it being abandoned for so long, there's insane amounts of vandalism, lots of which is many satanic symbols and images, which really just make the vibe of the church that much creepier and spooky.
Well, of course, because what fun is it to go inside a church and not put satanic symbols?
There has actually been rumors that actual satanic worship groups have met here and used the abandoned school as a place to actually worship the devil.
Which would feed into my Ouija board theory, just the fact that the Satan worshippers opened the portal.
Could be them. The other thing I found while we're researching that really stuck out to me because I vividly remember this was it being at least 30 degrees colder inside the church and just random cold spots all over the property. Now, we went in, I want to say it was spring. So, like, it wasn't summer, so, like, it wasn't, like, overly hot. But it wasn't cold either.
So you weren't...
It is also an abandoned building. So I can attest to the fact, obviously, there's no heat. Like, obviously, there's no...
Yeah. And
like,
you probably went towards nighttime.
Yeah, no, we went during the day. You think I'm stepping in a place like that at night?
I mean, it was...
I started off with this. I said, granted, I went in the daytime.
I mean, I don't know. It's an abandoned place, so I would think, oh, let's not go during the day to get caught, but...
Hey, I'm still here to tell the tale. We didn't get caught.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. The other thing is, like, what's like the foliage around?
It's open.
The church?
It's like fully like so it's like in a field. The way I feel like the best way to kind of describe how Sleighton is set up, it kind of reminds me more of like a college campus.
Okay.
Than like the church is in one spot. Mm-hmm. There's like the cottages that I assume is where like the students, when it was a school, like that's where they stayed, because I think it was like a live-in school type of thing. There was like dormitories and stuff. Like the gym isn't attached to like anything else. Like if you wanted to go, like you had to like go to another building type of thing. So the church is like by itself, next to that little house that you have to get into it.
Okay.
It's interesting the way it is set up too. One paranormal blogger said, quote, "I'm not one to claim that a property is haunted, but there was a building that our Canon camera, our phones, and flashlight completely stopped working in front of, and when they could finally get a photo of the house, the photo was absolutely covered in orbs."
Whoa.
Yeah. Spooky. Also, for 3 different devices to be tweaking out in front of one building, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'll
weird.
give you like one. I'd be like,
Yeah, one is a coincidence. Like I could do.
To have 3?
Yeah. Right, and like your Canon camera, like that's wild.
Yeah.
People have also said to take videos while going throughout the property, and when they play the videos back, you can hear a sort of growling. They all say that wasn't heard when they were actually there. Creepy. I don't like it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
EVPs kind of freak me out a little bit, because I'm like, you're actively talking to a ghost because you know it could be there, but then to play it back and be like, oh, they were answering.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it is very interesting concept. I don't know. Yeah, it freaks me out a little bit. Over the years, since Sleighton's been abandoned, there's been a suspicious amount of unexplainable fires. Now, obviously, some we can just chalk up to teenagers being teenagers. However, it isn't so much how the fires start that's, like, unexplainable. It's the fact that these fires happen, but certain buildings have, oddly enough, been completely fine and looked 100% untouched, as if it wasn't just engulfed in flames.
That's weird.
So weird. And at least when I went, like I said, those papers, like school papers, everywhere. You can't walk 2 feet in any of those, like, rooms without, like, being flooded with, like, literal, like, school papers.
Did you do any of them?
No. What the heck? I did look at some of them because it's wild. They were, like, the dates on them is crazy. Like, there's like a nurse. I assume, like, there was a nurse in there. Mm-hmm. Like, probably, like, real life people's medical files that just got stuck there and just still are there to this day.
Yeah, that's wild.
But, like, what the heck do you mean this entire, like, thing got engulfed in flames and not a single ounce of damage?
That's the crazy thing.
And not one single person or firefighter has been able to explain this. They've tried to figure it out. Like, to see, like, oh, like, what was the building made with? Like, maybe that has an explanation to it.
Yeah, like, if it's all stone.
Right. No, they have no explanation.
Yeah, I think what's crazy is it's engulfed in flames and, like, there's the papers inside, and that's not
flammable.
On fire. Yeah.
Major flammable.
That's tinder.
Yeah, seriously.
To go up, and they just all didn't go up. They're fine.
It's crazy. Many visitors of the school have brought spirit boxes to Sleighton and had extreme success talking to spirits, which is very interesting to me because nothing seemed to happen there. There were no deaths reported, like, on the property when the school was running. So I don't know what spirits they're talking to. Somebody stuck around. I highly recommend looking up Sleighton on YouTube and watching some of, like, the walkthrough videos because it is crazy. Like, the ones with the spirit boxes, the, what did you just say? What are they called?
EVPs.
Yeah. Wild. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so scary and spooky to me.
and just look them up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't go.
So here's my next line. Now, to kind of close this out, I'm going to sound extremely hypocritical. Do not go here. I know throughout the episode I talked about being there, and I was, but that was 7 years ago. While you still weren't allowed to go there then, it wasn't nearly as patrolled and watched as it is now. If you're caught, you will be arrested for trespassing, and will have to pay a hefty fine. No one wants to do that. I promise you, it's not that worth it. There's so many different things that you could do. Look it up on YouTube. Listen to a podcast. Mm-hmm.
That's probably, like, the best way to do it.
They
were the people there. Somebody else went. They possibly got the fine or arrested or whatever. It's just not worth doing all that.
Lucky for me, when me and my friends went, we weren't going to, cause any trouble. We were literally just going to go because we thought it was cool. If the cops told us to leave, we weren't going to put up a fight. We would have left, I think now it's definitely more, because more people know about it now, because obviously, once you start going...
I wouldn't be surprised if there's not, like, security cameras put up.
Oh, for sure, I wouldn't be surprised. The amount of, like, vandalism, though, that was done from, like, 2001 to it... 7 years ago was what? 2018? 2017? About 20... Like, for 20 years, it sat abandoned and didn't have that much, like, people watching it is just crazy.
Yeah.
I can imagine, like, all the stuff that's actually gone down there and, like, happened.
Some of it, too, might be because it was in, like, good shape.
Yeah.
So they weren't really concerned.
Right.
But at the same time, I guess it's also, like, in a remote-ish area.
Yeah, it is. That is true. It isn't easy to get to. You kind of really do have to park on, like, a random little side street in Glen Mills and walk behind a soccer field to get to it.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to know.
You to know where you're going.
Yeah, and I'm sure by now, I went 7 years ago, I'm sure they have that way blocked off by now. Mm-hmm. Like.
So it's probably not even, it's really not worth it.
Yeah. It was definitely an interesting experience, though. You could definitely feel weird energy type of thing in there. Something's off. I mean, any abandoned place, I feel like you're gonna catch a vibe.
Yeah, I mean, there's vibes, but to me, I'm also like, if nothing happened, I find it hard to believe that, like, there's these ghostly presence.
Yeah. So
I have to lean on
the spirit boxes beg to differ.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they do, but it's hard for me to, like, wrap my head around, like, someone or something created something there to make all this.
Yeah,
this is where all of our equipment goes everywhere because Archie's trying to leave the archives.
No, he's got it.
I'm surprised.
Way to go, Arch.
Look at him go.
Yeah, that about wraps it up for me and Sleighton.
Well, I think it was
it's an interesting one. I feel like I had to talk about it. If I've been to some place that has some kind of history like that and I run this dang podcast, I gotta tell you about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, especially if you've been there.
Yeah.
I haven't. I apparently am boring. I haven't done much of that stuff.
There's many There's another abandoned school in Philly, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how, like...
Are you talking about the one that's near my mom's?
Yeah, is that the one? It's like so...
That's like George Washington something?
No, it's called like Pepper or something.
Oh, yeah, Pepper Middle School.
Or Pepper something.
Pepper Middle School.
Yeah, I don't know. One of those is abandoned.
Oh,
My
yeah.
friends used to go there all the time in high school. That one, I'm like, it's too disintegrated for me. Like, it's not, like, the foundation isn't there enough. Like, you could fall through the floors. And
Yeah.
that, not that you couldn't fall through the floors in Sleighton, because that was also a very real, scary possibility that I was having. But I feel like it was more updated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that school's been closed for a long time.
Long time.
Ever since, I keep saying, I was like, man, they should make like an indoor paintball course in there or
That
something.
would be so sick.
Wow.
Or make it a rage room. Have you ever
Oh,
seen those?
man, the rage rooms? Yeah.
Like those rage... I want to go to one so bad. That'd be so fun.
Yeah. I want to do that Ed Sheeran thing he did in his little
Yeah.
Disney documentary,
Yeah.
the painting thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, that would be so much fun.
I agree. We got plans. We'll get there.
Yeah. To-do lists, things to do.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that kind of closes us out. I'm getting ready to have a cough attack, so
Yep.
you're going to have to close us out here.
Am I taking it? All right. Make sure if you don't, follow us on Instagram at Ominous Archives. Twitter is Ominous Archives. TikTok is Ominous Archives. And if you have a story of your own that you would like to share with us, you can email us at ominousarchives@gmail.com.
I also forgot that I did this, but I created us a Reddit handle.
Hey! And you
is-
can catch us on Reddit. Ominous
That's-
Archives?
Yep, Ominous Archives.
Ominous Archives.
Yeah,
Look
and
at
if you
that.
haven't yet, rate, subscribe,
Yes.
like, tell a friend, tell more than one friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, we'd greatly appreciate it. As always, it just helps us, reach out more people. We love doing this. It's fun. So we hope it's entertaining for all you guys. But on that note, I have to get out of here. So I will catch you next week. Em, are you going to catch everybody tomorrow, this week, next week?
I'll see you guys next week.
All right. Well, see yous.
See ya.